weird seeing myself drawn like that. I realized that I'm really cross-eyed. I didn't quite realize how much it looked like Karen Black from here to here. Okay, moving right along. We're going to do our first award. Right now, we're going to be giving the Pigskin Peters Award. I'm going to read the nominees and a little bit of a description about each person, and then we're going to give the award. So, the first nominee, I hope this is right. Is this the Hamilton Illustrated?
Yeah.
Yes. Our first nominee is Hamilton Illustrated by David Collier, published by Woolsack and Wynne. Hamilton Illustrated reads like a chummy guided tour of Canada's great blue-collar metropolis. But as with all things Collier, it is too highly individualistic to ever be embraced by the Hamilton Chamber of Commerce. More a travelogue than a traditional sketchbook collection, Collier presents a street-level view of his city, the downtown primarily, choosing to ignore the homes in the mountain. Collier's beloved, polluted harbor, in which he kayaks and swims in daily, gets a starring role. These sketchbook pages are brimming over with the kind of weirdos, lost souls, and plain folk who make up Hamilton's shop-worn streets. What a nice way to talk about Hamilton's streets. Shop-worn. Yeah, that sounds a lot better than, like, dilapidated, doesn't it? Than sad. Shop-worn. Scott, you look shop-worn. No, I'm sad. No, you look really shop. No, I'm tired. And yet, Collier comes off as the most eccentric of the bunch because he cannot help but infuse every page with his freewheeling intellect and unbounded curiosity. This is a sketchbook of a man driven to a draw, explore, and engage the world. Hamilton Illustrated is pure, undiluted Collier. Second nomination is Helberta II and Sir Softly by Michael Como. Not Michael Comeover. He changed it. It used to be Michael Comeover. It's just a little... Anyways. It's a French name, so I really won't even work with the French people, but believe me, in English, it's quite funny. Michael Como's Helberta I was an unauthorized Wolverine adventure. Oh, if it's unauthorized, I shouldn't even be talking about it, because I might get in trouble with the studios. And I'm back on TV, and I can't fuck around now. I can't screw it up. I did it already the last time. Anyways. That pitted the greedy mutant against corrupt Mounties, rapacious polluters, and a tyrannical anti-pope with the former Prime Minister Stephen Harper. Helberta II maintains the screen-printed, pasteboard aesthetic and apocalyptic... Brad, this is wordy. And apocalyptic themes of its predecessor. But the superhero pastiche has given way to an almost wordless tour through nightmarish prairie landscapes. Wordless, unlike this description, this is not wordless. When Canada's most taciturn, Brad? Taciturn? Come on, taciturn? Does pop his claws, the action seems unusually melancholy or shop-worn. The next nomination is Four Panel, a special feature in Carousel magazine by, oh my lord, a lot of people. Michael DeForge, Larry Eisenstein, Jesse Jacobs, Mark Nagui, and Ethan Riley. Mark, I'm sorry, I did my best. Tin Can Forest. Tin Can Forest? Who the hell? Oh, Tin Can Forest. That's like a dog. Is it a dog? Brad? What, you think water's going to help me? Oh, give him water, that'll shut him up. Tin Can Forest, Magda, what is with you in your last name? Oh, thank God you spelled it out phonetically for me. But not Ngui. Okay. Magda Trozowski and Mark Laliberte. The artists who contribute to Four Panel are working in a grand tradition. Whether it's a sonnet or a fugue, an experimental French novel, or a regular old peanut strip, artists have often accompanied great things while working under certain constraints. I understand. In the pages of Carousel magazine, under the editorship of Mark Laliberte, cartoons are presented with a small and predetermined canvas, a mere 4 panels to do with as they wish. The possibilities are endless, with results ranging from the abstract to the slapstick, from the poetic to the plain bizarre. The cartooning that results from 4 panels' strict format is free, inspired, and wonderfully new. The next nomination is So, What Should We Do With Ourselves? From Wowie Zonk, Number 4, and Little Stump by Jeanette LaPalme. There's something disarming and charming about the latest comics by Jeanette LaPalme. The Toronto artist fills her candy-colored landscapes with toadstools and elfin creatures. Her ugly-looking cartoons attend a circus where little hearts and smiley faces cheer along. Cheer along, Brad. Cheer along, Brad. Really, cheer along. This seems to be a dreamy, soft, and pastel world, not cheer along. Not unlike some 1980s Saturday morning cartoon. But into this world of whimsy, LaPalme introduces malevolent spirits and inhaled eyeballs. The stuff not of dreams, but of nightmares. LaPalme's characters come out of the experience all right, but changed in some way. Her breezy, unsettling comics have the same effect on her readers, first entrancing us and then changing our outlook in subtle and weird ways. And the winner of the, what's it called? It's been such a long time since I said the name. My hair hasn't fallen out again, has it? And the winner of the Pigskin Pete Award, well, to tell you what that's all about, what that means. Oh, I've got the envelope done, yeah. Right here. And the winner is... Hamilton Illustrated by David Collier.
Hello. I'm awfully pleased to see David win this award. I've been disappointed in previous years to see him nominated at the Doug Wright Awards, but then not walk away with the trophy. Not that the other nominees didn't deserve to win, it's just that I wanted to see David Collier recognized. I think he is an important Canadian cartoonist, and on the whole, underappreciated. David's been working for a long time now, and he's produced a rich, complicated body of work. I'm not sure there's any cartoonist in Canada who's covered so much ground, both figuratively and literally. He seems to have been everywhere in Canada and written about everything Canadian.
But not your railway trust?
Not yet. His work couldn't be more about our country, yet conversely, it couldn't be more personal either. Whether writing about David Milgaard, Humphrey Osmond, Ethel Catherwood, or Grey Owl, somehow at least half the book always ends up being about Collier himself. Reading his work over the years, one gets the impression that they know Collier personally. He comes off as smart, curious, eccentric, and as a rugged individual. That said, there's always a feeling in there as well that he's making a series of ill-conceived decisions, putting himself into some kind of personal danger, barging in where he doesn't belong, opening his mouth when he should probably remain quiet. From what little I know of David personally, it seems a pretty accurate self-portrait. This isn't a Lifetime Achievement Award or anything like that. We're honoring David for one specific work, Hamilton Illustrated. And yet I can't help but extend the appreciation to his whole catalog of work. I think I've read everything he's written and found all of it thought-provoking, inspiring, funny, strange. I think my very favorite comic by David is the one he did about his grandfather, Collier's number 10, I think. One of the greatest comics ever written in Canada, so I suggest you go find it, or anywhere else for that matter. He's a dedicated artist, the kind who can't stop doing what he's doing, not just a career, but a vocation. An inborn need to express himself through cartooning. The man doesn't ever seem to stop drawing in that damn sketchbook of his either. I've seen him driving a car and sketching while waiting for the light to change. It didn't make me feel very safe as a passenger, but I was impressed at his sense of discipline. I wanted to take this opportunity to personally salute David Collier. Hamilton Illustrated, like all his books, is a highly individual work, and like all the best art, could not have come except from honest, successful artists. This is what I was talking about. Anyhow, congratulations.
Well, thank you, Chuck. And this hat will be worn. This is an experimental category worn by an old guy, so this hat will actually be worn. And not to cover up this haircut I got last week, Crown Barbershop in Guelph, Ontario by Tanya. And, it's quite a great barbershop. I really recommend, not to log them all or anything, but it's designed by Seth. It's an amazing barbershop, and I really, really recommend it.
It was an honor to have you there.
Wow, it's a great haircut, and I really appreciate it. Like Seth said, I've been nominated before, and each time I've had my faithful son and my wife sitting next to me, you know, and I thought, okay, I'd be able to wave to them from the stage if I ever finally won, you know. But tonight, James has a band competition. He plays trumpet, and he's in London, Ontario. And they started at 5:30, and Jen said they'd try to get here after. So you guys probably don't mind if we just wait until they come. I was really happy to see the fire trucks out. I thought, okay, this is really going to be delayed. Like, last year didn't start till 8, right? This whole award ceremony, because I know, because there were all these Australian cartoonists at GCAF last year. Do you remember, anybody remember that there's like 10 Australians? Yeah. There was Mandy Ord and all these, Jeet was there. You remember I talked them into it. I said, you got to attend the Doug Wright Awards, right? And so I took them from the reference library, and sometimes I think there's like a race to the bottom between Australians and Canadians, like who's more uncouth, right? But no, this was our chance to shine, right? As like the Doug Wright Awards. They don't have anything like this in Australia. So I thought, okay, come with me, like 10 Australians, you know, and you saw that, right? They all followed me. It was amazing. And so I thought I'd show like the best of Canada to these Australians, you know. So I took them through Philosopher's Walk and the University of Toronto. You weren't there, but I would have introduced that there's a plaque for C.W. Jeffries plaque.
And they have the Hall of 10.
And so and then I took them to a little cafe in Baldwin Avenue near the art gallery where the awards were last year, right? You know Baldwin Avenue? The cafe?
How's it spelled?
It's an outdoor cafe.
Outdoor?
So this is Canada's best. Like in the summer, okay? And I'm trying to show these Australians, you know how good.
You can't teach them anything.
No. And so Jen and James aren't here yet. Okay, so we'll just keep going. So I thought we had all kinds of time. You know, I thought, okay, the Doug Wright Awards, they start at 8 o'clock maybe, right?
Yeah.
You know? And then so we're waiting for our pizzas and stuff like that. It's a really fancy restaurant. So there's 10 Australians. We just...
Your shtick is becoming real.
Yeah.
I thought it was shtick.
No, this is a true story.
Well, I know it's a true story.
So anyhow, waiting for the summer. You know, and like I'm saying, we're showing the best of Canada. We're so sophisticated in Baldwin Avenue. It's a bistro, right? And I went for a little walk to put up posters for my last book, Collier's Popular Press, which Andy Brown published there. It's a plug for that. You just got to do that. And I went by the art gallery, and there's like, the Doug Wright Awards are starting at 7 o'clock. You know, and it's like 5 to 7, and the food hasn't even arrived, right? And I used to be in the military full time. I went through basic training at Cornwallis, Nova Scotia, and we had to eat like in 5 minutes. So that's what I did to these Australians, right? I had to drop the whole, this is sophisticated Canada. Oh, you guys got 5 minutes to eat! Shove it in you, let's go right now! And they're like, oh, the Doug Wright Awards are starting at 7 o'clock, we don't have time for this! Come on! Oh, man! Oh, you know, Australians can really eat, you know? They were shoving in the pizza. Oh! And we were like rushing, you know? I was like, come on! The wait staff, go, come on! Come all the way from Australia, the Doug Wright Awards, starting at 7 o'clock. And then they finally, we got there like 7:15, and it was like tonight. There wasn't a fire alarm, but it was just like, everybody's sitting around, it's like getting close to 8 o'clock. And I could see like all the Australians were all like falling asleep. They stuff in your faces so fast. So that's, I think Canada wins as the most uncouth people, because I blew it. So, sorry.
All right.
I don't think they're here yet, so I'd just like to say one more thing. This is a Pigskin Peters Award, right? Now, if you go to Hamilton Ticats game, who's the guy leading the cheer? Pigskin Pete. Since 1922, this guy has led a cheer. And I'd like to teach you that when we go to Ticats cheer. Now, okay, maybe you can follow along. So, Oski wee wee.
Oski wee wee.
Oski wah wah.
Oski wah wah.
Holy Mackinaw. Tigers eat 'em raw.
Tigers eat 'em raw.
There we go. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that this is doing the story of their next book. Maybe that's why you didn't win before.
No, it's good. Don't worry about it.